Hello, this is Saul again. It is December 16th, 2025, Tuesday, and we're back trying to make some more improvements to visidata and dark draw and other things. So I'm only going to be here for, I don't know, an hour and a half today. Let's see if we can't get a couple things done. So I noticed that, let's see here, our friend Adrian Grody, who pops up on this channel, Dark Draw, posted an issue yesterday. Oh, and a pull request too. That's right. I encouraged him yesterday to file a pull request, and now we have a new issue that go bottom and go right. Most are broken. I'm not. Doesn't seem right to me, but I guess we'll see. So let's see here, and then adding the box. Okay, so let's start. Let's at least fix an issue, or see if we can't fix an issue. I'm kind of in a mood to go on. My wombat's here, egging me on. It's a cool, rainy, very rainy in Washington State day, and windy. But we're inside, and we're gonna have some fun coding. Let's see how this goes. First, there we go, change this tab. Okay, so let's see. We were going to go bottom, huh? Go bottom. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that's fine. I don't know why that would be the case. Let's go to the drawing. Here we are. 105. Oh, max XY. Oh, it should be, if it's on the drawing sheet, this is just self-calculated. I don't get it so well. Okay. Well, that was an easy one. Got this load minus here. This is on DA0. Fixes that. So. And we've got a oh no, that's not what I wanted. I did a, wait a second. Oh, I didn't pi it first, that's why. Okay, now if I can get, we will cause pi, and then I thought I had a, there we go. Okay. Bug fixed. That was all of 1 minute. Not too bad. I mean, shouldn't have caused a bug in the first place, so that's my fault. Here we are. So I'll fix that one, and then, like I said, I encourage Adrian Grody to add some local changes he had. He had some box drawing. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to I don't mind most of this. I don't know if we need a let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to make a couple of changes. Investigating or thinking about this here. We need a default color, is that right? I don't want the current paste color, but maybe I should worry about it just Okay. Yeah. I think the only thing we're going to do here is set the VD boxcars. Here, I'll take the commit here. We're going to do this. We're going to view it. Looks pretty good. I'll make a few. Okay, so let's review and merge it. Squash and merge. So we put this. Okay, so there's that, and now if I pull base, and then we're gonna fine. I'm gonna add or let's draw dark draw box draw. You can tell this is written by a clanker because it's got these spaces in there. Hate it. Okay, we're going to add this up here. This is fine. You'll always have that. Have something anyway. And then we don't need that either. This is fine. Sure, sure. I don't mind most of this. I don't know if I need the status here. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Okay. So yeah, let's just put these changes here. Clean up clanker detritus. Okay, so I can actually add 46. Boom. Okay, let's push this. Both of those, and we are done with dark draw for the moment. It would be kind of nice. Oh, I have to actually fix this. Oh shoot, I did. Okay, well. Oops. Done it, and we have 2 issues. Yeah, I should respond to Bryce at some point here, and I'll figure it out. Maybe that's something we can do in the new year. We'll see. But for now, let's look at some of these other issues on visidata. So, talked about this one yesterday, and no response from Marcus, so that's fine. It'll take a week to get back to how it goes. Let's see. Let's take a look at a random bug. Can't do Mac OS. Oh boy. Maybe Chef, what are you talking about? Colors glitch. Oh, the first 20 defined colors. Okay. Redefine only the pair num that was least recently used. Yeah. Interesting. So I see what he's saying. Let's just open it up here. Open colors. Colors. And then there's a flicker as we are 24 rows. Oh, I see. Very flicker. V open colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 24 rows? Yeah, 24 rows. I don't see this. 1, 2, 3, I think it is gnome tournament. Let's find out. What we got? It's our kitty. So gnome tournament. Let's try that. Oh, you're right. Look at that. Yeah, so one thing we can do, as he's suggesting, is only do the least recently used. It's like we could could we use the least recently? I'm thinking that there's like some, I mean, as he's saying, the first 20 colors are going to be UI elements. I don't entirely mind it. Let's find out. Let's look at that. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Oh, okay. So let's see here. We've got 2, here's the color pairs. Instead of starting over, we're going to keep the first 20. I mean, it's a little bit, it is a hack to think that the first 20 colors are sufficient here. What would I do instead? I mean, I honestly, the answer is to not use curses anymore. And if I had to go back in time, well, I don't know, curses is pretty standard. But I might try not curses or uncurses or something else. Let's see here. So would I... Yeah. I see. It should be... I'm wondering if... Oh, and he's missing the color cache thing here too. That's important to do at the same time. Kind of wondering if we shouldn't fix the let's see, what am I going to do about this here? Well, let's see, what does he mention on this one? So another bug here. Bug? Oh. Okay, it's fixed anyway. Yeah. Later colors. What would I do here? I really want to, yeah, you know. Let's see how bad this is here. Just take the codes straight up. Okay. Oh, we're still getting some flicker. First 32 colors. And why is that? Sure, he's worth it. Doesn't seem to fix it entirely. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure this is worthwhile here. It's not good enough. What we could try to do is actually one thing we could do is make sure this happens at the start of a draw only, always. We could try doing that. Let's try just doing color pairs. I'm going to do this at the start of every draw. I'm going to do a draw cache here. Cache clearers. Honestly, I should pen those guys to it. Let's see. Cache clearers. Yeah. And nothing removes those, so let's add it to here. Oh, it's changing the color path. Color cache. Oh. Wait, we're going to use color cache. I'm going to use color cache. That's super annoying. I think that's an issue right there. I think this color cache and the other color cache should be unified. Color name and color pair. Color cache is name, oh, op name. And that's the same thing. I kind of think this should just be color cache. Will this break everything? Nope. Color cache goes to color adder. Yep. So that's ugly. Should not be having color underscore cache and a color no underscore cache. That's gruesome. We're at least going to put a comment here. This is going to be color name or op name to color adder. This is, yeah, it's mapping, I guess, but dict. And so when is the color cache? This is the color, and we're managing it manually, huh? Color pairs. You know, let's just try it as a draw cache property. And this is as saying there. Well, now let's try adding one for color underscore cache, which is again gruesome. We have those two. So I'm going to change the names of that just as long as I'm here. Well, it seems better. Now, the main question is there flicker here? But I guess there wouldn't be. How good is this? Oh, what was that flicker? Oh boy. Let's see. If we do use this here, color pairs. Oh, this works. Yeah, it's remarkably stable. I agree. I don't think we should be changing this here. So let's go here. Start. And yeah, I agree. I think we should leave it as it is. see here. This color cache. This is a pair here. Color pair cache. Here. Let's see here. Color pair cache, color pair cache, and that is this color is a color pattern cache. These all differentiate those. So have any get color cache, no color cache, right. Okay, so that'll be good. And just add helpster, doxter. Okay. I'm going to I should get rid of the 3.1. Okay. Okay, so let's revisit that here. Reword. Okay, that's one. Let's look at, that's interesting. I don't know, something catches my attention. Let's see what happens. Open visidata in foot. Turn it down. What's foot? I don't know, man. Foot. What's foot? I'm gonna avoid Linux. Whose contents are built for foot sources. Yeah, this is a classic thing, but we're not. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Oh, maybe chef to the rescue here. Okay. Let me see. Thank you for reproducing, maybe chef. Right. Curses meta true. So why do we need meta? Well, I see. Just have 8-bit characters. I do want that. Okay. I have a workaround. I should have a workaround tag. We're gonna change it. We're gonna get rid of edit labels. Get rid of 3.1. I don't think we're gonna use 3.1 anyway. If it is, it's been all closed. issues that are v3.1 tag. Is there a way? Nothing's open, right? Labels? Try that, nothing? Oh, closed, I see, okay. Yeah, we're gonna remove this tag 3.1. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Edit labels, remove 3.1. I'm going to add a workaround. So here we go. I wanted to go back to the footer, the foot term emitter. We're going to add a, let's see what this is, cosmetic. No, it's not cosmetic. Interface. Terminal. Curses. Kind of a warp guess. We'll add a, oh hello, astronaut, love triangle. I don't understand what you're saying. I can link you a video. It's 2025, by the way, for the next 2 weeks if you are a time traveler and just need to know that information. But otherwise, we're just fixing a couple of things here. I wanted to add a workaround label, I think, because this one does include a workaround. New label, workaround, brown, sure. Issue includes okay. That's going to work around here. Unabug. Work around. Hello. Sounds far away, really? That is super interesting. Hold on a second. Thanks for telling me. I am trying to move. Oh, capture from microphone. Okay, how is this? Does this sound better? Hoping it does. Doop, 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 doo. Oh, great. Okay. Okay. So let me make a comment on this guy here. Thanks, Ruko, for the report. And thanks, Smoothie Chef, for the investigation. I agree that the curses snippet workaround is probably the best answer for now. Okay. Yeah, that would be the probably either the laptop or the webcam mic.
my fan goes pretty loud when I'm live streaming. My biggest problem is I don't know how to make these settings sticky so that I can just start up and have everything correct. Like it seems like it should stay sticky, but it's not. So I don't know. And actually, I'm gonna set this down. It looks like my mic is actually set to beyond maximum, so I'm gonna turn it down. This is the actual 100% line that I think is supposed to be normal. So hopefully this is not too soft. Let me see about problem control again here. Output devices, no, input devices. Okay, this is actually even. There's so many different volume controls. There's the one, this volume control, there's one in OBS. This sounds fine. Okay, fine. Ugh. All I want to do is code. Well, it's not strictly true. I got a lot of stuff to do. Okay, so let's fix that. I fixed the issue that you had filed, by the way. I'm not sure if you saw. Please pull and verify. Noise gate first and follow the compressor. Okay. I'm just kind of like going through, just taking some time, fixing random visitor bugs. It's not super exciting, but you know, it's nice to have a smaller list of bugs overall, and I go in spurts. Sometimes I do a big flurry like I'm doing right now, and sometimes I don't even look at it for a few months. So I apologize for the unevenness. I'm trying to be a little bit more regular about it as part of the live stream angle here. But okay, let's look at another bug. Let's do like an easy one here. Well, I say it's an easy one, but anything that MIDI chef files will both be well documented and probably tricksy. Yeah, I know. Bug reports means that I made something people use. They say there's two kinds of software. Software that no one complains about and software that people use, right? And we're definitely in the latter category, so. You know, I didn't expect when I made Visidata that I'd be still spending hours and hours fixing bugs 10 years later. I mean, I should have expected that. That's actually a big life lesson for me. The most value of software is in maintenance. You know, you can make a thing and push it out there, and then people might even appreciate that it's out there, but like it doesn't last. It won't stick around unless you're actually committed to not even improving it, just keeping it alive. Maybe if you're lucky, you can find people who are willing to do that for you, but or take over that maintenance. But that's usually only happens on projects that are really, really widely used. And Visidata is, you know, it's popular, but it's not that widely used. Okay, let's look at this bug here. Unexpected results depend on the column width. Well, yeah. Oof. Okay, fine. You're going to do all the work here to give us a good and proper. Why? What? Huh. First of all, I'll get rid of that guy. What's this about here? Why? Why did that cause issues? Oh, I have to be in. Did I break break something here? I might have actually broken this. What could that be? Okay. Well, now this is not great. I seem to have broken this, so we're gonna I have to fix this now. I don't know why this is not liking me. Okay, so we're gonna look and do a get bisect. Bad. Yes. Let's see here. If I check out head minus 20. Bad. That's fine. We're gonna go back to v3.3. Works. I said good. Merge base multi-tested. Okay, fine. Good. 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 Bad. Bad. Oh, look. Okay, well, at least we have a commit here. So we're going to kill all of these here. Okay. So here is our commit that broke everything. Well, so why? We're sending sig term. Oh, we're killing the. Doop, 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 doop. So it's presumably not. About that. It is that? Why would set P group cause a problem? Wow, okay. I checked that. But let's set P group. I may have to be learning about terminal crap today, which is not what I expected, but let's dive into it. Set P group. I may have to ask my friend Claude for a theory. Is not already a session leader. Process ID. Process group ID. I may have to look into all the process group IDs versus session IDs. Hold on a second. Session leader, process group ID. This may be a little bit of a deep dive here. Session leader. Who wants to go on a journey through terminal crap here? I'm not sure if anybody does, but at least you can listen to me figure it out. A session can have a controlling TTY. At most, one process group in a session can be a foreground process group. Well, let's make this is very likely not the case here. If we okay, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. So it's the set P group that is the issue. Maybe it should be a set SID instead. Okay. So we got processes, signals, etc. That's fine. Unique process group ID. That's fine. A process group ID of a process group equals the process ID of the first member of the process group. Fine, the process group leader. Whatever. Processes of one pipeline form a single process group. So a pipeline, got it. I think this might be, it definitely has to do with the pipeline. Oh, among the process groups in a session, at most one can be the foreground process group of that session. So I think what's happening, my theory is anyway, excuse me, my theory is that we've created a second process group for VD, which was the foreground. No, sorry. The process group that includes the pipeline is the foreground. Then we create another one for VD, and it becomes confused because there's too many process groups. This is about the controlling TTY. I could maybe even add TC set P group. TC set P group, is that right? Man, this is such a runaround here. Foreground process group. Okay, well, we can try this. Look for Python set TC set P group. See what happens with that. Okay. Terminal process grouped PG. And so to set PG, set P group. And then we'll look at set SID. So I don't know if I should be calling the both of these. Associated with the terminal given by FD. And so I think that this is going to do all of the work here. Maybe this should be somewhere else. What if this were after the dupe? Does that change it? No. And then we'll have to do the TC set P group for the FD. And this is an open to file scripter. Is this? Actual process group, which is going to be maybe it's not standard. This standard up the previous one. Let's see here. Kind of just fumbling around here. So we could look at sys.standard out. And we can try to get out that. That's going to definitely work, but then now we have the problem of our tests not working because it's going to kill the entire process group, and we only wanted to kill our children. Boy, I don't want to be more complicated here than it has to be. What does set SID do? Gosh, it's so rainy out here. Oh, call set SID, okay. Let's look at set SID and see if we can't make some progress that way. And I am on the verge of asking Claude what he thinks. Creates a new session if the calling process is not a... So what is the session? No, you do want... Okay, we're gonna ask Claude here. So when... And is this on? I want the smartest model. Complex word. Let's find out. So when using os.setpgroup on a TUI that dupes its out so it can be used in a pipeline. The pipeline it work? The pipeline gets suspended. What is going on? Let's see if Claude confirms my suspicions here. It's about a single foreground process. The terminal's foreground process group remains the original one. Okay. Oh, only the terminal's foreground process group. Okay, fine. So I did that on your TTY. Okay, hold on a second. Do this work? Any IO makes sense to me. Dupe TTY. We are. So F in file now is duping that though. So F in. Oh, ignore and block that? Oh, I see. Okay. For set P group. This is complicated. Who knew that a terminal application would be so complicated? Yeah, I guess I should have known. So I can follow the plan that Claude has outlined for me, which is just ignoring these. I'm going to try this, though. I'm going to ask one more question here. It dupe2s opened dev TTY. Yeah, so this is really a gap in my knowledge here. Same open file descriptor. It's a bug. Got it. Okay. So I did that. PC set P group on, say, 1. Okay. This needs to happen before the set P group, is that right? Except for so I should call this a P. No. Possibly this needs to go like way. Oh, I see the dupe. That's right where I'm at though. Okay, we're going to try this ignore TTOU here and see if that gets us the thing. Sig tau. Ignore, and then sig default. Okay. I guess that's an atomicity thing, huh? If I do this at other place, right down here, does that work as well? It does. Well, Complicated. Should this be anywhere near the dupe TTY? User comment now. Create a new process group for all children to easily terminate and block. But we need to make sure for lines. Only one. That did work, right? Wow. Okay. So, no. Yes. This is going to be TTY, this. Actually, let me find the actual bug here. B group. No. B for B. Okay, right. I need to check out head, developer. Okay, well, that was a random bug we had to dive into. And that is based on this issue here, which now should work. Boy, it's just a bunch of yaks all the way down. Okay, so now looking at this, both columns to be equally wide, only wide enough to fit the name list. Let's see here. So that's just 20. I think that's not. Oh, he's actually fix this one, I think. Okay, I think this is fixed, which is great. MIDI Chef has opened it and fixed it, and we just didn't close it. So this is going to be cosmetic. Syscopy results are truncated for list cells, but not for... Oh no! Okay, well, it's good to know that suspend doesn't work anymore. I don't know why that would be. Okay. Wow. So we're not done with this here yet. We need to go to visidata. So it does work. But suspend and foreground do not. Now that did work. Let me actually make sure about this here. Make sure that I comment these guys out. First of all, we're going to make that pull all. Really? It's right there. Okay. Okay, and so I'll comment those out and then do this echo thing. Can I can, of course that works. Okay, now suspend doesn't work. Claude. Wombat, help me out, Wombat. I know you're not a terminal expert, but sometimes just pushing buttons helps. Okay, B. Oop. That helped, but now suspending and resume with FG doesn't work. And I don't know why Firefox has problems with Claude, but it does. Whole browsers works. Stop it. Okay, great. Okay. Your shell loses it. Oh wow. No, that's... Oof. Oof. This is so complicated. What's the mechanism to give myself, all I want to do Let's try. PR controlled death sig. Unshare clone new PID. I don't want to isolate them though. Okay, I could track the PIDs, I know. Session for children only. Don't put the TUI itself. Oh. Call set SID. Oh. Huh. But then I have to be in this other process. Like I have to fork and then tell the other process to fork. I could maybe have the TUI. Yeah, no, this is not quite it. I mean, am I really going to have to track them explicitly? Let me see what PR control set P death sig does. And this is Linux. I don't think this works on Windows. Let's go back here. Yeah. I don't need this. Explicit PID tracking. Gosh. I don't really feel like doing that, but maybe I should. I'm trying to avoid it. Dedicated session for children only. I think the answer is no, it'll work on Windows, because there's no session leader on Windows. That's my guess. Not that I should trust Claude all the time, but it's at least a start. So yeah, so I guess I would write the code to track. Yeah, Okay, let's see what it would like to track the PIDs. That will be cleaner. I can avoid a lot of this stuff. I think, how do I get the unfinished thread ID here? Can I kill the... I also want to make sure that we're waiting until the end of the savers, for instance. That's down here, though. Yeah, saver threads. Waiting. Okay, so that's down there. Okay. Might just be for T and VD unfinished threads. I need to figure out what the Python thread kill. I get the thread ID from. Really? It might not be a proper, let's see, async thread, threading rather. And so when we launch a thread, spawn, no. spec async, which calls threading thread. Such a threading thread. There we go, threading. Get native ID. Okay, let's try get native ID and see if that does what we want. OS kill signal sig term. And we don't need any of this process group stuff. Let's try our little tests. Fine, good. I did want to make sure that it's killing. The main use of this was the DAW, the VDAW that I had. I visited an audio workstation. It's just a transcript editor, but I actually wound up playing the audio via MPV, and that MPV process would stick around after we left visidata. So do I want to figure this out here? Okay, we already got that. I could, I don't have a transcript down here. I need to figure out the right way to test this. But I think this is just generally better anyway. I really liked the simplicity of creating our own process group, but like I said, it became more complicated. So we're gonna have to dump it. Set groups not play nicely with pipelines and fixes. Do that. Let's see here, fixes to that. Okay, so let me let's talk for just a brief second here about this. You'll notice on my screen there's this line 412 os._exit. So we're calling the underscore exit function very deliberately, and this is a forcible just die, do no cleanup function. So when you're calling controls, or when you're pressing Control C, that's actually exiting the normal way, and the exit handler gets called, all add exit things, and it is killing all those sub-processes. I believe that's what's happening anyway. Whereas we're just like dropping out at the bottom. It's very intentional for us. It's kind of a weird thing to do, but as per the comment, if you've got a large data set in this thing, it's trying to clean up all the memory that it's using, and that can take like a couple of seconds. And I just want to get in and get out. And like the fact that we're done, we don't need to do any more with this. We don't need to clean up all this crap. And so this is a way for us to really speed up the ergonomics of even just quitting visidata. But then now there's these secondary effects here, like our children aren't getting killed, so we have to do that manually. So, yep. So it's weird. It's part of visidata weirdness. Visidata's weirdness, but it is, like I said, intentional, and I'm pretty committed to it at this point. You know, I should show you what it looked. Actually, I will. Let me just try this right now. I'm gonna finish this commit here. Fix this to that. Made suspend stop. More complicated. That more complicated, and made suspend stop working. So now just iterate through those threads. Okay, so yeah, let's this is kind of interesting. If you're paying attention, if we go here, let's see, this still happens here. So we have a big data set. We have 1,000,000 rows here. It's not that big, but it'll take up a bunch of memory. And whatever, we've got all this stuff. It's almost finished loading here. And now everything's fine. If we quit, you'll see that it's hung here for, that was a second. It's not a big deal. But I personally want it to start up instantly, and even though it still has stuff to load, it can show you something instantly. And when you quit, you want to fix that. You want it to just come out of here, you know, not hang out. Oh, why is that the case? Thread? Okay, no. Okay, I gotta. Oh, these are for threadings. Okay, cool, great. This is a good test anyway because I haven't. I guess I haven't actually tested it having a separate thread. This is great. So let's fix this. Join native ID. Okay, it is native ID. Okay, so that wasn't too long. If we let the whole thing load, again, you'll see that it's just this memory usage. It has to clean it up, or it wants to clean it up. And yeah. So what I found myself doing before I had that line was basically pounding on Control-C. I would like launch it, quit, and then press Control-C to get myself back to the terminal. And it's, I don't know, it's just a wart that I don't want to deal with. So we're going to add that, and oh, and I should reference the, oh, it is caused by, okay, great. Okay, so now we're going to go back to here and try this thing. This is fine. And all I wanted to do, oh, I wanted to see if the copying the system clipboard does in fact. I don't have my visitor RC set up properly. Excuse me. I prefer secondary, I think. Is that right? No. I never remember which one it is. Huh. Let's try this. Primary, so it is primary. Okay, well, let's do this then. Echo string, and copy that, and what am I missing here? Oh, it's a diagram section. Huh. So why is Xclip selection primary not doing the same thing here? Sorry, catching up here. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second here. You were saying copy pasting across different sorts of input fields in Darkdraw. So you mean internally, not to the system clipboard. Is that right? Oh, I have to. Oh, that's working. Okay, I don't know. From a canvas to a field in the backing sheet. Yeah. So that is I mean, it's kind of a known issue, and it just takes a lot of work and thinking. Yes, you totally can. This is what the sorry. There's three things. One is the system clipboard you're talking about, Control-Shift-C, and you actually have to have like mouse support turned off. I think you're probably highlighting some section in the terminal, and you're literally using just the system clipboard, which is one of the good things about the terminal, I think. And that's one mechanism. There's a second mechanism, which is to use what I'm doing right now, which is Z Shift Y in a sheet, and that just takes the contents of a cell and throws it into the system clipboard. And then the third thing is the internal clipboard, which is what you do when you actually are using cut, like with X, or yank with Y, or yeah, I think those are the main ones. And then when you paste it with P, that's all internal. And so you're basically yanking it into an internal buffer and then pasting it from that internal buffer. And that's the hard one, because it's like, at least for now anyway, it is yanking the full row and then having to do something with it. And so when you yank a full row, then you paste it on the canvas, and it's like, oh, okay, I know how to process this. I'm going to add this to my underlying, to the backing sheet. But then when you yank a row from a different kind of sheet, like a text sheet, then all you're getting is the text sheet row. And so ideally, there'd be either some very general row that you're cutting and pasting, and this probably is where we're going. If I do it in an actual TTY, though, I cannot use the mouse. I think, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you can't use the mouse, you can't use the mouse to select. Is that what you're saying? And that's because visidata uses the cursor's mouse functionality. We can turn that off. You can disable the mouse, and you can either do that. We just changed that API. You can do it in your visidata RC if you want. Actually, you just turn off mouse interval. If you set mouse interval equal to 0, I believe, then it'll turn off the mouse for your terminal, and then you can use the mouse to select things. And if you absolutely never use the mouse for anything, then you maybe should do that, and then you automatically always have selections with the mouse available. Otherwise, you can disable it when you want to do that, and then re-enable it afterwards. There are commands. Let's see here. Mouse enable and mouse disable. So I still am not exactly sure why being in the wrong environment here didn't use my clipboard command, but at least it seems to have used the right thing, done the right thing here. So, except for it's, okay, let's see what happens if we have the width smaller. Oh, so that is a problem. Control F3. Okay, so this number 3 that he's talking about here is legit issue. Like, I want to see the full contents as they are and not with the truncation. It's totally surprising. Long-standing. Resizing a narrow list column. Let's find out here. Yeah. All right, Lou. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean by Control Alt F3. I don't know what Control Alt F3 does normally. Okay. I'd like to figure this out because I agree that this is not, it's not actually cosmetic. There's actually a bug here too. Oh, I see. An actual TTY, you mean, yeah, I got you. Okay. Right. So then how, oh, I see. So then are you asking how, if you're in an actual TTY, how you can select something to the system clipboard and then paste it in a different TTY? Because I suppose that's possible. I don't actually know how, like, that just requires some experimentation. I think it might be one of these, well, no, this is not XClip. Yeah, I don't know that there is a Control V that works, Control C, Control V combo that works in the Linux TTY. You can't do that from a normal shell, right? I mean, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, we can ask Claude or a similar bot, but I've never seen that work, and that would be a little surprising to me that it would work. Unless you were going through the X mechanism anyway, which is just, being X without being an X. Okay, so I'm going to look into this just briefly here and see if we can figure out why it's receiving the truncated column contents, display contents, because it really should be the full contents. So we're going to look at the actual clipboard. I'm just going to do a dive into here. Oh, I see. Within the same instance of ArcDraw, yeah. I don't know. We haven't supported that. If there's a... I would rather, I think, clean up the internal clipboard concept and make that easier to use, or at least more reliable. Doing things across different types. What do you mean, doing things across different types? Different TTYs, yeah. Well, yeah. Like I said, I'm surprised that it would, I'm surprised to see that if it would work at all. If anything, I would think maybe there is some like separate program that you could use that provides this functionality. I don't know what it would be. And I mean, do you actually use the raw TTYs? I mean, sorry, the actual text mode TTYs on a regular basis? I mean, I appreciate it if you do. I wish I could, but I need a web browser at my disposal most days, so I can't get away with it. And I don't know if you guys have seen Browsh. Maybe if you haven't seen it, you should know about this. Fully modern text-based browser. And you basically launch it in a terminal, and it looks like text mode. And it's actually super handy. Well, it's handy across low bandwidth things, but it does require a service to get the stuff and then render it. So the lag is tremendous. The lag is tremendous for us here on the live stream or using Browsh. I'm guessing it's on the live stream here since we're literally trying to have a conversation and it's difficult. And I am on the lowest, ultra low latency setting here for this. So if the lag or latency on this live stream is bad, it's the best it can get, I guess, from YouTube's service. Frame buffer terminal. Yeah. Oh, KNSCon. That seems nice. And what font does it use for all the characters? Yeah, well, yeah. Well, that's too bad. They haven't gotten Browsh to work correctly. I mean, it seems like a fun little project. I'm sure that Tom BH is the guy who runs it, has been doing a lot of different things. So anyway, I wanted to try to fix this before I have a meeting in a short little bit here. So I wanted to try to see if I couldn't at least make progress towards fixing this. So if we're going to sysclip the value, or syscopy the value, syscopy the cell, syscopy value, and we're going to pass the input. Oh, I see. The value is cursor display. So why do I literally just not even... this does. Yeah. So the display is different for, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, so I'm sorry, you're saying that you use some custom TTF, or it can use any old TTF, maybe even a combination of TTFs, two-type fonts. That's neat. That's super neat. KMS Con, I should check that out. For all of my ASCII art needs. Huh. Interesting. Okay, get display value. It's capped at the column width. I think this is what he claimed. The column. Line 422. Yeah. So that's, I think, probably in, yep, that's literally the commit he was talking about. He changes some. Okay. So yeah, that is kind of important. Maybe there should be a full. Thank you. Yeah, writing out a full response instead of just answering the question with one word is probably the best thing on this. I've been trying to use ultra low latency, so I thought maybe we would actually only have a second or two of lag, but that's apparently not the case. So, by the way, there was a recent font. What was it? I actually posted about it to Fostodon. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not logged in here by design, so let's see if I can't find myself. There we go. I just posted about this. It's the Unski font. Have you seen this font? It's not even doesn't even have a secure site, but it's an old school font, Unski, and I think it may only even have 256 characters. But yeah, it includes all of the classics, and they're supposed to, I mean, this is pretty epic. I did not realize that you could do such nice art with these characters. Is that really? Wow. Anyway. So Unski is visnut.finland.fi/Unski if you're interested in that. Okay, so I wanted to, there is a truncation here that's happening, and it is in this format here. And it's a little reticulate. Formatter. Let's see, what other formatters do we have here? Value. Yeah, so for performance reasons, we do want to clip this. So maybe we, oof. Yeah. Unski is making the rounds. Anyway, I wanted to address your comment about opposite corners of the contiguous US. I know that latency does depend on distance, because of course the speed of light is a thing, but it literally doesn't matter on the actual internet. You and I, we have had phone calls, we can have video chats. That's not an issue to this degree anyway. I mean, there's a little bit of latency, but it's on the order of at absolute most 1 second, and actually it's usually 100 milliseconds. So it's detectable, but it's not, doesn't get in the way of conversation like this. This is several seconds. And yeah, so this is about YouTube's servers being in the middle of everything, which, you know, I can't quite blame them. It has a lot of work to do in order to host all these things and have everything be running smoothly. So, but still, yeah, I think there are other services even that do better. So, this is a legit issue here. And this is, I mean, I've included this, I did this Clipster very intentionally. I mean, this is, yeah, right. It's actually iterating through the characters, and so it doesn't actually have to compute everything. If it, it doesn't have to, basically it does it up to the width. So it's actually kind of handy. I mean, in performance, or performant, it needs to be. But now we're running up against this where we literally don't want this behavior. And so I think it might be setting the width equals to none on here. And so it's the format value. Who calls the width on it? This is rather generic. Maker, make formatter, and then format with width equals none. Oh, format value with equals none. And so I think that it's format with equals none. And so rather than using the cursor display, just get display value. I think again, yeah, it's just etc. We're gonna use, do it manually. Cursor call format. Cursor call format row width equals none. Let's try full display. Let's do that and just see if we can. In the order of minutes? Wow. I mean, some part of it might be that I'm distracted or actually coding, and so it may feel like minutes. I don't actually notice the instant that your message pops up. But wow, yeah, it does seem like it's actually quite long. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. Maybe someday I move to Twitch or TikTok or something. So this is going to be format width equals none. I think it's just width equals none. It's already like that. Let's see what happens if I do that. Did I do the wrong thing? Cursor call. Oh. So why is it? Oh, it's. Huh. I thought the format took the row. Maybe it's not. It might be the actual value. Display value. Let's cell row text. So complicated. Disavow. No. There it is. That's the type value. Oh, I see. Okay, I can go and make it be the type value. Okay, it's not cursor. It is cursor code. Okay, so that seems to have worked. So I think I should probably test the hell out of this here. Okay, so that would be my attempt here to use cursor full display to make sure that, yeah, okay, cursor full display, oh, that's it. Just those two things. Huh. Okay, let me actually put this in there. See how this word. Syscopy. That should be syscopy. Complex. Cursor full display for complex to not be truncated. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for now. I've got a couple of things that can be pushed here. I may as well, I'll start running some tests and make sure, but I think that I can push this stuff. Anyway, thanks you guys for hanging out with me while I was coding. I wanted to just say I really appreciate y'all being here. It really helps me feel a little less lonely while I'm working on this code stuff. Like, you know, I'm used to it and it's fine, but oh yeah, 6:04 p.m. CST. That's seems like it's the exact same time it is now. So less than a minute anyway, but that's not that great. Anyway, I was in the middle of saying that I appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, it makes a difference to me. So thanks for showing up. I am planning on being here tomorrow, and yeah, we'll work through a couple bugs. Let me know if you need anything else done on DarkDraw, Mr. Love Triangle. Okay. Cheers, y'all. Peace out.